Pastor Jerone TV. I'm your host, Pastor Jerone. I saw the photos of Andrew Guilum. He was attempting to become the first black mayor, the first black governor of Florida. And they were saying that this dude was an up-and-coming star in the political arena. And he was. He was being endorsed by Barack Obama. CNN had him on as a contributor to their news station. And yeah, every time President Donald Trump would tweet something, he would talk about how immoral President Donald Trump was and how evil he was, and he's racist and all this stuff. Did y'all see the photos? I mean, so disgusting and filthy and disgusting. You know, people will say to me all the time, you know, they say when churches come into town, or when the alphabet people come into town and they're doing a parade or a conference, they say when those people leave the hotels, the sheets are messed up. They're destroyed with feces and fecal matter and all kinds of stuff that comes out of people's rear end. And the photos of this dude, Andrew Guilum, with those two renter men that he had, you know, there was blood and feces and vomit. He was laying in a pool of his own throw up, vomit. And so he was passed out naked from the photos that I saw. And so it was just real bad. But these are the people who try to preach to us what's moral and immoral. That building a wall is immoral. You know, that telling people not to come here illegally is immoral. Being a country first, a nationalist, is immoral. Focusing on your country first. Well, you see now that Canada and Mexico are cutting America off, and America is cutting them off. And now they believe in borders. They believe in borders now. But remember, they was immoral, and you wasn't supposed to have borders. And the Pope, don't forget about the Pope. Remember the Pope over in the Vatican? How that when President Donald Trump was trying to get funding for the wall, and he talked about it was immoral, although he has walls around the Vatican. Has anybody heard anything from the Pope regarding this virus? But when Trump became president, he had a whole bunch to say. Now he's not saying anything. See, a true leader have something to say in times like this. Have some guidance. You have words of wisdom, words of encouragement, something. But nothing from him, right? Because he is a leftist. He is a homophile. He supports this stuff with the kids, against the kids. Okay? But Andrew Guilum, he is a husband. He has a wife. And when those photos come out, I'm sure his wife, maybe she knows something about it. But here's what I think she needs to do. He has children too. She needs to divorce the man. She needs to separate herself from this guy. Separate yourself from him, because it's going to look like you was in on the whole show. Let this man parade out there as if he's a family man, as if he is heterosexual, and you're supporting that, and you are aiding and abetting in deception. You see, like a lot of pastors' wives do. They know them pastors ain't right, and they doing drugs and sleeping around, but they come out and treat them as if they're a man of God. No. And that's what the hotels are saying, that some of these churches get around and do their conferences. It's the worst stuff ever. And they say when those churches have those conferences in the hotel, they say that their porno rentals go up. All of that kind of stuff. All kinds of filthy, dirty stuff. Yeah. So, but Andrew Guilum, what does his wife say to her family now and her friends? What does she say to those kids? What does she say to her kids? Right? About this man. If the photos are out there, what do you tell people? But these are the type of people that they roll out, CNN and MSNBC. They roll out these corrupt, filthy people. And these corrupt, filthy people are the ones that are supposed to disseminate to you the truth. They're supposed to give you truth. But they are as corrupt as something out of the pits of hell. All right? They are that corrupt. But they're supposed to give you truth. They can't give you truth because they're too corrupt. Just like a corrupt preacher can't give you truth. They're going to always lean towards their own corruption. That's why you can't trust a person with a bad reputation to give you truth. They can't do it. They're going to always lean towards their own proclivity. They're going to do that. So listen, CNN gave us Michael Avenatti, right? They gave us Andrew Guilum. They gave us James Clapper and all these different ones, James Comey, all these corrupt FBI people, and they're the ones that's telling you and giving you supposed news. But it's not news, it's coming from the left. That Michael Avenatti was the attorney for, what was her name? Stormy Daniels. Stormy Daniels was coming out saying stuff about Trump, but in the end, she ended up owing Trump $300,000 that she couldn't even pay because Michael Avenatti took her money. And Michael Avenatti was also trying to scam Nike. He went to trial and got convicted, and he is now in prison. But CNN was telling us that he could be the next president, or he can be the one to take down Trump. See how evil these people are? You see that? So don't trust people with corrupt reputations. And yes, there are people from the Republican Party that do stuff like this, but most of the folk that they parade out there that they know are corrupt, they know they're corrupt, but yet they put them in front of you as if they're some kind of moral agent. Yeah, but anyway, I got to go back to work. My break is over. Y'all stay blessed. I'll see you on the next video.